On this episode of the Bronze Metalist Podcast, we talk about Stygian Bough, Volume 2 by Bellwitch and Aerial Ruin. To another episode of the Bronze Metalist Podcast. I'm Kale.
I'm OJ.
We're two professional broadcasters. We like metal. We like to talk about it. And today we are talking about the newest collaboration album between one of my very favorite doom metal bands, Bellwitch, and I guess I don't know quite how to describe Aerial Ruin's music because I haven't listened to a lot of his stuff on his own. Like he's been. Eric Mogridge is the guy's name. He's done vocals and guitar, just guest work on a ton of different stuff I have listened to, but I haven't listened to a lot of his own stuff. I think it's generally pretty sort of dark and moody acoustic type stuff that he tends to do,
which blends very well with this.
Yes, it certainly does. And this is the second collaboration they've done as like a full collaborative album. He did do the vocals, the lead vocal on like the last half of Mirror Reaper. But
the last half, so like the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, the last 2 minutes of Mirror Reaper. This is their second sort of full-length collaborative album together. I've never been particularly enamored with Stygian Bough Volume 1 to the point where I don't think we've talked about it on here.
We have not, no.
Something about the production of that one didn't quite appeal to me. It just felt a little more lo-fi than it seemed to deserve, which was also odd for Bellwitch because their sound is so minimalist that it's weird to have it not be like really sort of clean.
Right.
This, on the other hand, extremely clean.
Yeah.
So this is a beautiful, beautiful album.
They must have got feedback.
They must have. Either that or I don't know what the technical situation is, and maybe I'd have to go back and re-listen to it. Maybe I'm not remembering things as they are. But it's been a while since I've listened to any part of that first collaborative effort, which I think came out in 2019.
Really, 6 years ago?
Yeah, I think it came out in either 2019 or sometime in 2020. I'm not entirely sure, but. Yeah, well, we'll talk more about that later. First, how you doing?
Doing good.
That's good.
It's been a touch and go kind of day for me.
Yeah. I suppose
it's weird because okay, so it would have been my baby brother's birthday today.
Yes, and
so it's been kind of sad, but then I remember that he was hilarious.
Yeah,
and so I'd laugh. So it's just been this weird. I'm sure everybody at Buffalo Wings and Rings thinks I'm a maniac.
Okay.
You guys would be sitting there over my cheese fries, and one moment I'd have a tear in my eye, and then I'd laugh for no reason, then I'd be making a sad face, and then laugh for no reason. That guy needs medicine.
He's going through the quickest bipolar cycles I've ever seen.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense. It's been 5 years, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's a good thing. You miss them, but then you remember all the crazy shit.
Yeah.
That's that happened with them, and
right.
I don't know. That's how it goes. That's how it is when you miss somebody.
One funny memory that came up was when we were just sitting around the living room. It was me, my dad, and our grandma are out there, and he's coming through the living room. And Dad says, what are you doing, buddy? And he says, I got to take a shit. and then Dad says, your grandma's in the room. Can you say that a little nicer? He says, oh, I apologize. I got to take a shit. Yeah.
Oh, that is very good. That is very funny. I got to take a shit. Grandma. Grandma. What else you been up to?
What else have I been up to? Not a whole lot else. I'm trying to think. I haven't been playing any new games. Haven't been watching anything new.
Well, you tried to play Bloodborne again, didn't you, recently?
I did. And then I had to have the watchdog me in the back of my brain go,
Yeah.
If I sense that you're about to pitch that controller at the TV, we're stopping now.
I mean, you were telling me about it, and I was like,
you were berating me the whole time.
Well, yeah, because the way that you're playing it is so bizarre. Like, okay,
yeah.
Any way, my philosophy with Souls games is any way you are beating the game is valid. You are not beating the game. You haven't even seen the first boss,
right?
Because you refuse to just run past guys. You have to fight everyone, which is fine as long as you can level up, because fighting those guys will mean something.
Sure.
You can get something from the experience of fighting everybody.
But you can't do that until you hit the first boss.
Yeah, so my advice to you to have a good time with Bloodborne instead of throwing your controller at the screen would be just run past everybody one time.
Right.
Just one time. And get to Cleric. Look up a guide for how to get to Cleric Beast. Follow that. You don't even have to beat Cleric Beast first time.
You can lose to Cleric Beast.
Just looking at him gives you an insight.
Right.
And then he'll kill you. You can go back to the Hunter's Dream. The doll will be awake. You can talk to the doll. You won't have any blood echoes because you just died.
Right.
But then you can go back to Old Yarnum and kill everything you see. Like that's how you want to play.
Sure.
Kill everyone you encounter. Don't run past anybody. And then the blood echoes you get from doing that will mean something. You can level up and you'll have an easier time playing the game. Just do that one time.
How do you get past those two dogs on the bridge?
Just run past them. It's tough. They're fast. I know. Don't run past those two dogs. Kill those two dogs.
Yeah. Then
run past everybody else. You just got to do it one time.
I feel like so much of what you just said, it was taken out of context.
Kill everyone you see.
Kill those two dogs.
And then the doll will be awake. That doesn't sound unhinged. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
But yeah, just do it one time. And then the way that you prefer to play these games, which I still think is wild, but hey.
Sure.
You beat Elden Ring. It's just that strategy cannot work at the very start of Bloodborne. It cannot work. You will not make any progress until you can, you need to be able to level up. And in order to do that, you got to get at least one insight. There is an item somewhere, I think, in that first area that you can find. It's kind of hidden. But there is an item, I think. It's a scholar's skull or something. I think they're called in Bloodborne.
But you have to go to a room, don't you? You have to actually enter a place.
I do not remember where it's at, but technically you can find that. But it's hidden. It's hard to find. Cleric Beast is notable for being so easy to find that despite the fact that it's literally a dead end, it's an optional boss, but 99% of people who play Bloodborne encounter Cleric Beast without even meaning to.
Sure.
Because it seems like it's the way you're supposed to go. So that's do that, and I will never tell you how to play Bloodborne again.
Okay. Okay, so this is our final conversation of this nature.
Yes.
Regarding this game.
Yeah, because after that, if you do that just that one time, then the way that you like to play the game will work. Actually, it's not that. It works better than it would in Bloodborne or any other Dark Souls game, because killing everything in front of you is how you get the health items.
Sure.
As long as you're not taking more damage than you are dishing out, that's how you get blood vials, other than buying them. So that's my advice.
So the Beast Cleric.
The Cleric Beast.
Cleric Beast.
Just look up a guide on how to get to Cleric Beast.
How different is he than the Beast Clergyman?
I don't know.
Okay.
Easier. It's not the same thing.
Okay.
Not even close.
Gotcha. So beat the Beast Clergyman.
Yeah. In a different game.
In a different game, yeah.
But yeah, if you just do that, because once you do that, then you can level up, and I think you will be able to make the game work for you. But like my thought is just like, what are your goals with Bloodborne? What do you want to accomplish? What do you want to do with the game?
I'd like to get through the story.
Are you doing that, playing the way you're playing?
No.
Well, then maybe you should change that.
You're right.
So take my advice.
Dude, I've been on board with you for like several minutes here.
Yeah. It just seems like sometimes that I'm like, here's an easy thing for you to do.
Yeah.
All you got to do is do this. And you're like, all right.
And then I don't
do it. That's all you got to do.
Yeah. I mean, that sort of applies to a lot of things in my life.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't always have good advice. I don't have a ton of life experience, but sometimes I know what I'm talking about.
I mean, some things you got to be on the outside looking in to go, hey, OJ, you should dump her.
Hey,
Kale, what are you talking about? No, I'm having a great time.
Eventually, you listened to me.
Eventually.
It only took 3 years.
Yeah.
2 years.
2 years.
I lost count.
And she kind of dumped me, but...
Good enough excuse.
Yeah.
Good enough excuse. Look,
yeah.
what matters is you listened eventually.
Eventually, yeah.
But yeah. I'm trying to think what I've been doing. I've been doing a whole lot of not playing Dark Souls.
Yeah.
And instead watching another person play Dark Souls.
Really?
Which is, I came across, YouTube just gave me a fantastic recommendation for a channel it's just called Courtney 2.
Courtney 2.
Yeah. I don't know why it's called Courtney 2 because I don't know if there's a Courtney 1. But.
Is there a Courtney?
I don't know.
Is it the person playing the video game?
I don't know if this is her second channel or if she just called her first channel Courtney 2 because it's funny. But anyway, she streams and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And the recommendation that I got was this woman playing Dark Souls 1 totally blind for the first time.
Nice.
And she's so fucking... Not totally. Like she was using
see.
her eyes.
Yeah.
She just didn't know anything about the game.
Mm-hmm.
And she's really, really funny.
Mm-hmm. Does she have a British accent?
No.
Okay. Is that the person I watched then?
I think she's from Florida. I don't know. Anyway, she's really, really, really funny, and I watched her Dark Souls 1 playthrough, and then she does a video where the way she's going through the Souls games, which is basically all she's been doing for like the last year.
Yeah.
Is she plays through the game totally blind, and then she does a New Game Plus run where she tries to 100% the game and do everything she missed.
Cool.
So she has yet to release her 100% run for Dark Souls 3. The way she played Dark Souls 3 was she sat down and it was the only thing she streamed every day until she finished the game.
Wow.
And that she would stream basically all day, for 9 hours playing the game. And that was very, very impressive. But yeah, it's very, very, very entertaining. Right now, she's playing Sekiro for the first time.
Oh man, Shadows Die Twice.
I haven't even. I've yet to work up the nerve to play Sekiro. I also haven't played Dark Souls 2.
Right.
And watching her play Dark Souls 2 made me kind of think like, maybe I'd like Dark Souls 2.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe I'd have fun.
But Sekiro was the game of the year in 2021.
No, that's when. That's not when Elden Ring came out. Elden Ring came out in 2022.
Right.
Sekiro came out in 2019.
Was it?
Yeah. I think it was 2019.
I know it was game of the year.
Yes.
At one point.
I know it's very good.
Yeah.
I know it's extremely good. It's just that it seems very daunting.
That's the word I
gameplay-wise.
would use. Yeah.
It seems very daunting.
You have to learn to be very sneaky.
Sneaky, but also when you're fighting, it's only parries ever. You
Oh Jesus.
There's the parrying is the combat mechanic. There's not another way to beat the game. You have to parry. It forces you to, instead of like, all right, you can play this game however you want. It's like, no, you will play this game this way and you will get good at it or you won't beat the game.
Right.
Which is
eat your mashed potatoes and vegetables.
Yes. And it's different than it's different in that regard than most FromSoft games. So
right.
I have yet to give that a shot. I still haven't finished fucking Armored Core.
Really?
I've had that game since not long after it came out.
Yeah.
And I played it for a while, and then something shiny crossed my path, and I started playing that instead. I don't remember what distracted me from that game. It might have been just going whole ham into Rogue Trader at the time.
Sure.
And then I just didn't go back to Armored Core.
Rogue Trader didn't get Game of the Year, did it?
No, not. I don't think it was even considered for Game of the Year. It's a good game,
Yeah, it looks
but
like
it's not traditional Game of the Year material.
Right.
Though I guess it's not appreciably that much different than like Baldur's Gate 3, and Baldur's Gate 3 won all the awards,
Yeah,
but
it did.
Baldur's Gate 3 is now the benchmark for, I guess it's not the benchmark, because the benchmark is passable. That's what benchmark means. Baldur's Gate 3 is the epitome of a CRPG.
The epitome.
The epitome.
Yeah.
It's the pinnacle of not necessarily depth of mechanics, I guess. Depth of storytelling and the marriage of storytelling and game mechanics, because it's just 5e Dungeons and Dragons,
right,
with some extra stuff on there to make it a bit snappier for a video game. Some rules that make it play a little bit faster, and concessions to the fact that this is a video game. The way that reactions work is a little different.
You played it on desktop, right?
Yeah. Yeah, like the amount of the freedom of choice they are able to provide to you in this pre-scripted game.
Yeah.
The amount of scenarios they have accounted for. Yeah. The different ways you can do so many different quests is really, really impressive. And the commitment of like all the voice actors involved to come back over and over again and like re-record lines, or like even after 2 years after the game came out, there was still stuff that they were adding to the game of like, we thought of a new interaction. Can we just add a quick new line for Lae'zel right here? And they did that shit, like adding endings. There's no DLC. They didn't add any like new big expansions to the game or story. It's all just little stuff that just slowly made the game more and more full. And at some point, I will do a replay now that it is done. They are done with it. Larian is not, other than maybe maintenance updates, they're not doing anything else with Baldur's Gate 3.
Is it still $70?
Probably.
All right.
I mean, we're also talking about the PlayStation Store for you, and quite famously, PlayStation does not really vibe with big sales very often on their store.
No, they have some. Like I'm a member to the point where I get like a couple of free games every month.
Yeah, they do that instead, which is nice. But they online stores in general don't do a whole lot of like prices going down.
Right. They don't get used material.
Yeah. Steam, I think, is all right about that. And, there are frequent sales where games will be 75% off or something like that, depending upon how old they are. But even so, there are some fairly old games you can find on Steam that are still being sold for close to full price. And it's like, come on.
I only have 2 games on Steam right now. I have the Elder Scrolls V.
And Hello Kitty Adventure Island.
No, I have that on PlayStation.
That's a game now, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
There was the South Park joke years and years and years ago, and then they just made a game with that exact title. That's amazing.
There's also this really... Okay, my son's friend has a game where it's a horror suicide game that's...
What?
Japanese teenage girls. I'm not sure exactly.
There's a lot of weird shit on Steam.
Well, this is on PlayStation.
Oh,
it's available. I can't remember what it's called, but I remember Max was showing me stuff. He's like, "This is what my friend is playing." I'm like, don't.
How recent was this?
Within the last year.
I guess I don't. There's not suicide. I'm thinking of like Silent. There's a new Silent Hill game with just Japanese teenagers.
Right.
But there's not really suicide in what I've seen of Silent Hill Silent Hill elf.
Silent Hill elf, the elven version.
With Buddy. Buddy the elf is trapped in Silent Hill.
It's just Will Ferrell.
His relationship with Zooey Deschanel didn't go really well.
Right.
Things ended really badly. There's a lot of psychological trauma.
There's an
and so
undead
he ended up trapped in Silent Hill. I've never played a Silent Hill game.
I haven't either. I mean, it's the zombie game or whatever, isn't it?
Not really. No.
I don't know.
I mean, there are creatures that could be described as zombies in most of those games, but it's all very much. They're much more psychological horror than it's. Silent Hill is like it's kind of like Spooky Hell, basically. Most of the protagonists of different Silent Hill games did something very bad in a complicated sort of way.
Another cursed.
And so the trauma has brought them to this place that's always referred to as Silent Hill, basically.
The only place I've ever played any like sort of Silent Hill is in Goat Simulator 3. There's a section of town.
What's the other Steam game you have, by the way? We didn't get to that.
It's Tabs.
Tabs?
What is it? Battle Simulator. It's
okay.
Totally accurate battle simulator.
Okay, all right, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And it's fun, but it's one of those things where you can build it to where it makes your computer lock up.
Yeah, because you can put like 8 billion guys in there.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that my current computer. I mean, it gets angry sometimes when I play Space Marine 2.
Sure.
Because like they got some pretty cool technology in that game where they're like, all right, now we're going to put 5,000 Tyranids on the screen at the same time, and each of these is a fully AI-controlled creature with attack patterns and whatnot, and they're all right here, and they're coming at you at the same time.
And your computer starts coughing.
Yeah, my computer's like, I'm tired, boss. Speaking of Warhammer, that's the main thing I've been doing over the last week is putting together my little guys. I'm back on it after adjusting my workspace to try and be a little bit less awful on my neck.
Right.
I have one of my lights. One of the big things I think is I have one of my lights set up at eye level now, pointing down, because
so you can sit up straight.
So I can sit up straight and hold up, have the minis I'm working on in the light, instead of having to lean down on them.
Right. Bring the light to you.
Yeah. And that's helped a lot. And I've got a new set of tools as well. Ironically, when it comes to like making plastic models and whatnot, or putting together plastic models, if you're worried about cutting yourself with a very sharp hobby knife / basically nerd scalpel,
not a thing for you then.
No, well, maybe not a thing. If you're really worried about it, not a thing for you.
Right.
But if you are worried about it, ironically, what you want is a sharper, fresher one.
Well, yeah, that's always the case.
Because then it'll just cut through whatever you're cutting much easier. You won't have to use as much force, and then it won't surprise you by suddenly going all the way through it and all the way through you. Because
that's one of the first things you'll learn in Boy Scouts.
Yeah.
Is a dull knife is dangerous.
Yeah. And I kind of forgot. Shockingly,
got all
knocking on some wood here. I haven't cut myself at all making this box thus far. I've not made myself bleed at all yet, which was not the case for my first box. I cut myself more than a few times on accident putting together that first box of minis that I had.
We've got more experience now.
Yeah. And I also have the little mold line scraper too, which is not sharp but still good at taking off much smaller pieces of plastic. And I also learned the trick where if the mold lines are thin and small enough, or if there's a piece of plastic that's like a detail that's really small and has a mold line on it and you don't want to use any tools on it, you just take plastic cement and run the little applicator brush over it, and it will basically just melt the mold line.
Neat.
But not damage the detail.
Yeah.
Which is really nice and convenient. I told you about a mistake that I made, though.
Yeah.
Which is I was putting together the sergeant of this squad first, and he's got a cool arm that has like a cool like arm-mounted communicator on it, and then there's another arm that's for the sergeant that has like a pistol that he's holding up, But the first thing that I put on was you keep on futzing with my headphone cord.
I don't mean to.
You're fidgeting with my headphone cord. But the first thing that I put on was I glued on a pistol to his belt, or a holster rather to his belt. The holster with the pistol in it. And then I gave him the arm
with the
also holding a pistol in it. So I was like, well, that looks silly. That's going to bother me. But it's glued on there with plastic cement, so I can't really take it off without doing some surgery. So
you did some surgery.
I did some surgery. Instead of taking the holster off and replacing it with an empty one, which they did have, I instead just cut the grip off of the holstered pistol. And I think it looks all right. It'll probably look fine once it's painted. That's always the hope when you're assembling. Is I'm sure the paint will cover this up. If you're doing it right, it won't. if you're properly thinning your paints and your primers and your paints, it won't. Those coats are so goddamn thin.
Yeah.
There's a couple details on that first box where I'm like, fuck, that's gonna bother me forever now. But
you have
anyway,
to just eat them.
Yeah, I'll eat the minis.
Chew them up and eat them.
Fuck microplastics. I'm about macroplastics. All right, let's talk about the album.
All right, well, bitch, let's talk about
bitch. So yeah, this is the second collaborative album between Bell Witch and Aerial Ruin. I'm gonna say it wrong for the rest of the night. But yeah, it's their second collaborative album, which makes it sound definitely a little different than Bell Witch normally sounds. The probably most noticeable change, there's two big noticeable changes from normal Bell Witch to this. The biggest one is the addition of regular electric guitar.
And acoustic.
And acoustic, yes, but a standard guitar rather than Dylan Desmond's insane 6-string bass playing.
Which is still there.
Which is absolutely still there. But he's playing the bass as a bass now instead of playing the bass as both the lead guitar and the bass and the rhythm guitar all at the same time.
And the kazoo and the
I think his job is a little bit easier. The playing is still extremely impressive, but he doesn't have to do quite as much at once as he normally does. But yeah, you have Eric Mugridge playing a guitar on this, also providing the vast majority of the vocals. I think Dylan Desmond just does the backing vocals on this.
The harmonies.
Not doing any vocals is Jesse Schreibman. Sorry.
Liev Schreiber.
Yeah, Liev Schreiber. Jesse Schreibman, the drummer for Bell Witch. His screamed, growled vocals totally absent. And so it's the character is a little bit different. The BPM is a little bit faster. We're talking in relative terms here.
I could still tell who I was listening to.
Absolutely. It's not unrecognizable, but the BPM is a little bit faster. You have 4 songs, which still comes out to 53 minutes, but they're 4 whole different songs instead of one 80-minute long song. And the tone is also a little bit different. It's not quite as overwhelmingly morose and filled with grief. It is still pretty dark, but shockingly enough, there are some moments on here, beautiful, that sound straight up like bombastic and damn near hopeful at times, damn near triumphant at times, which is, a very, very different sort of tone to what you have on your typical Bell Witch, 80-minute long epic.
You know what I described this as? It sounds to me like the end credit music to a hopeful ending to a sad movie.
Yeah. It's bittersweet.
Yeah.
A lot of the music has a sort of bittersweet quality to it.
Yeah.
The opening track, I think, is a bit darker and a little bit more aggressive and raw, as well as the opening and the ending of the second track, the King of the Wood. The opening and the ending of King of the Wood, the intro and the outro, I guess, those are some evil sounding riffs.
Yeah, they are.
It's straight up scary. the first time I listened to the whole album too. It's not the first time this has happened to me with Bell Witch.
Yeah.
Because they will go from really quiet to all of a sudden, boom.
Yeah, right.
There's 2 moments on this album that genuinely scared the shit out of me.
You were jump scared.
Yeah, I got jump scared by an awesome riff. Well, because I was listening to it while I was assembling minis, and so I wasn't I was paying attention because it was the only thing I was hearing. But like
your attention was still divided.
Yeah, still divided a little bit, and then all of a sudden, whoa, Jesus! Like I literally jumped. I genuinely jumped.
And holding something sharp. That's not.
Yeah, I don't know if I was holding my razor at the time or not, but I don't know what tool I was holding. But in any case, probably not one I wanted to have end up jabbed inside me.
Dear Bell Witch, I hope this letter finds you well. I just want you to know
you stabbed me.
You killed a dude.
I stabbed myself technically, but it was your fault. Well, I'm blaming it. No, I didn't. I did not stab myself. But yeah, it's genuinely scared the crap out of me a couple of times. But yeah, there's like I said, the BPM is a little bit faster, tone's a little bit less grief stricken, I guess.
Right. Yeah. With the first selection of Mirror Reaper, we listened to that, and I remember not realizing what I was hearing was vocals.
Yeah.
For several minutes in, I'm like, oh, that's a human voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's one of like the really really deep death growls.
Right.
Is one of the in my opinion one of the defining features of funeral doom as a genre. Is those really deep growled vocals. And I think their absence is part of why it feels a bit less grief-stricken. I'll say it again. It's a good way to describe
morose
how a lot of Bell Witch ends up sounding, which is the idea. It's what a lot of the thematic elements of the band revolve around, and that's been the case for a long time. In addition to ghosts and the supernatural, which again circles back to death.
Right.
They're named after a famous haunting. But yeah, this album I was not able to find lyrics anywhere, so I don't know exactly. Hearing bits and pieces of lyrics, but as I understand, it's mythologically inspired. But I don't know exactly what, and I could not find the lyrics anywhere to really dig into it. Because sometimes, oddly enough, with some clean vocals, and maybe it's just the way that things are mixed on this, and also Eric's singing is a bit understated.
Yeah.
In a way that I really like.
That's what I was saying earlier. Yeah. Totally. He didn't. I mean, this would have sounded weird with like Messiah Marcolin from Candlemass on it. I mean,
like his vocal style is definitely very, very understated. But I did today order the vinyl of this.
Really?
So I am assuming that is going to come with a lyric sheet, which is usually how that works with vinyl. So soon enough I will know the lyrics, but I don't entirely know exactly what the story of the album is supposed to be, if there is indeed a unifying story.
And I guess I'm going to have to change what I was going to get you for your birthday.
Wow, you're planning pretty far ahead.
Yeah, well, you know me. I'm always,
My birthday's not for 5 months.
I know.
But yeah, I'll know the lyrics soon enough. But as I understand, it's more mythologically inspired,
right?
In its themes, I guess. I don't know, themes. What is it? Fucking one of the guys that ran Game of Thrones said themes are for 8th grade book reports.
Right.
One of the showrunners for Game of Thrones,
right,
said themes are for 8th grade book reports. I don't think he was talking about Game of Thrones at the time, but I don't remember.
But still, I mean,
yeah.
If you wonder why the show eventually went to shit,
yeah. What do you mean? A Song of Ice and Fire has no themes in it. It's not about anything.
Right.
It's just fun. It's cool stuff about sex and dragons. That's it. But yeah, the album Bell Witch, Area of Ruin.
Well, bitch.
Good. Well, bitch. I almost wish I hadn't thought of that because now it's gonna pop into my head every time. But it'll make me smile, which is all right.
That's good. Which sometimes you need when listening to Bell Witch.
when listening to Bell Witch, certainly. This album slap.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I wasn't able to find much in the way of like reviews with scores attached. It didn't really seem like there were a lot of reviews in general, which I thought was kind of odd because Bell Witch is a pretty well-known band. Mm-hmm. Pretty popular, but there weren't a lot of like, I was expecting, a Pitchfork review or something like that, but no,
Loudwire.
Couldn't find much of anything about this. I don't know if the release went under people's radar for some reason or what, but so I do not have a score ready. But what's your favorite song on the album?
I think the aforementioned Waves Became the Sky.
Yeah, that opening track is really good.
Yeah.
I really like From Dominion. It is definitely it's the most different track on the album as far as like this is as different from normal Bell Witch as this album gets. It's got the most bombast. It's and again, we're speaking in relative terms here compared to what people are used to. It's the most like hopeful in my opinion. It feels triumphant in a certain way. And I don't have the lyrics, so I'm not entirely sure, but I got the feeling that it's kind of about rising from Dominion, rising up and freeing yourself from some manner of oppression was the vibe that I got from it.
Yeah, it's about Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, it's about deep. Yes,
the Dominion.
It's about the Dominion Wars. I really like the last track too. Mm-hmm. I like the whole damn album. Yeah. I'll say it. I like this album.
Yeah.
Sue me.
No one's going to sue you. It's fine. It's fine.
Come on, please.
Okay.
There's a throwaway gag in an episode of, I guess not a throwaway gag. There's a sort of an offhanded gag in an episode of Joe Pera Talks with You.
Yeah.
Where he mentions he's being sued.
Yeah.
In an episode, and it's like, and then he just totally moves past it. And it's like,
we never hear about it again.
Well, no, you do hear about it again.
I need to watch more of the show.
At the end of the episode, he goes, "Oh, by the way, if you're worried about me being sued, don't worry. Me and my friend Gene are suing each other to learn about the legal system." I don't know why. It's like, why don't we'll sue each other.
Right.
As if you need someone to sue you right now, right?
Right, yeah, sure. Yeah, I need that because I'm not trying to get past a lawsuit already.
Yeah. No, but yeah, it's just made me think of that. I want to rewatch that show.
Yeah.
It's a comfort show for me that I sometimes forget about. Mm-hmm. Like when I'm feeling bad more often, I should pull up an episode of Joe Pera Talks with You, and I'm sure it would make me feel better. Mm-hmm. It's a delightful show, and I'm still so sad that Adult Swim canceled it.
So surreal.
It's so surreal and weird, but also very, very cozy. Mm-hmm. It's a bizarre combination of emotions that show makes me feel, and that's the idea of just like, here's this 30-year-old man with the soul of a 95-year-old.
Keeps it in a jar.
Yeah, it's a great show, and this is a great album. What medal do you bestow upon it, like Maz Kanata to Chewbacca?
The more I think about it, the more it gets a gold, I think.
Absolutely, yeah. I agree. I think this is very much a gold for me. I don't do this a lot, mm-hmm. but when I was done listening to this album, I sent a message to a Discord that I'm in that has like a little music chat in it, and I was like, "This album," and one of our listeners was like, "Well, spoilers for next week's podcast, I guess." 'Cause yeah, it's this might be my favorite Bell Witch thing now. It might be. I love their big, epics. Mm-hmm. And I also really like Four Phantoms. I need to give their first album a proper shot at some point as well. Four Phantoms, which is the last album with their original drummer before he passed away. That album I really like as well. And that has 4 songs on it.
Sure.
That was before they started doing the, we're going to make one song that's really, really, really long. But I really like that. But this, I don't know. It's just, it's different, right? It's new. It's changed things up. And it's, because when they release Clandestine Gate Part 2, I know it's not going to sound like this because this sounds like this because this is what this is supposed to sound like.
Right. This is this project.
Yeah. This is a different project that just has 2 of the same people in it, and they're because they're 2 of the same people, they're going to make music the same way, or in a similar way, but with a new element. But it's kind of like with Gatecreeper, right? Not exactly the same thing, but when Gatecreeper released that EP that had that like 13-minute doom metal track on it, that totally changed the way that I saw them as a band.
Right, you went back and listened to their old stuff, and it made more sense.
Yeah, it made more sense, and I because like I knew sort of what else they could do, and even stuff that wasn't doing that was kind of enhanced by it. And I don't know, I love the sound and the style of Bell Witch, and I would not mind hearing them do something that is maybe a little bit less totally fucking depressing.
Yeah. I'll just say this was easier to listen to. That other stuff is great.
Yes.
But this is easier to consume.
This is absolutely their most accessible material that they've made, in my opinion. It's absolutely the easiest listening of anything they've done so far. Which is not to say that this album isn't challenging at all, because every song is like 15 minutes long,
right?
And if you're not someone who has the patience for that level of listening, then and most people I think don't, especially when it comes to music, media in general, people don't have patience or attention span for anymore,
right?
For a variety of different reasons, but like I don't think most people have the attention span to listen to this whole thing front to back, in big long songs like that. But if you do,
right.
This is a good place to start with Bell Witch.
If you're the kind of person who goes to was a display at like an art museum. It was an installation where they took, I think it was Beethoven's Ninth, and they digitally stretched it out so that it took like 24 hours to hear.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
Yeah.
There is in the audio editing program Audacity. There is there is an effect. I don't remember what it's called, but there is an effect. It's got just like some guy's name on it, but what it does is it just like stretches whatever you give it like into infinity. And I don't know what else it does, but it like fills stuff in and makes it like it turns like in a typical software, if you just stretch out an audio file to have it be really, really long, it's going to sound like absolute dog shit.
Right.
It's not going to sound like anything. Whatever this does is it like there's the sound, it makes things sound like crashing waves and stuff, and it's I don't know how it does it, and I don't remember what it's called, and I'm sure there's other programs that have ways of recreating it, but I remember playing around with it a lot.
I have Audacity, but I rage quit it quickly.
Yeah,
because I've used this program so much.
Well, because Audacity, I remember using it when I was in college, and I kind of hated it because it did not feel like it had very much functionality. Which, you know what? It's free,
right?
But there's other free software, like fucking. There's a video editing program that I have on this computer that I've never used. I was thinking about using it as a replacement for the new Adobe that I used to subscribe to, that I stopped subscribing to because why do I need that when I can get something for free? But I was like, maybe this will be good because I can't remember what the fucking. I can just pull it up if I try not to fuck with the
recording.
The recording. Where is it at? Is it not there?
None of those?
None of those.
This is very interesting stuff. By the way.
Very, very compelling audio. Anyway, whatever this program is called, it's a video editing software that's like they have a free version. They also do a thing that Adobe once did back in the days of yore, which was you can pay a one-time fee and now you have the software. Instead, it's still like
weird.
It's like $300, but you pay for it once. Now you have the software. You don't have to subscribe to this service for the rest of time.
Right.
You can just pay for it once, and here you go. It's yours. I thought about using it as a replacement for Audition, the new version of Audition. And when I realized that it was way too dense for me to learn how to do that, and also like it seemed like there was a way where you could do it to just record audio, and they have like an audio mixing section in because it's a full video software. It does everything. So it has an audio suite in it, but I could not figure out how to make that work in a way that felt good for how simple what we do is.
Right, I felt like swatting a fly with a Buick.
Yeah, so it's like, it's like, wanting to do basic Microsoft Paint shit in Photoshop.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what? I will just find the CD that we have of the fucking old-ass version of Audition that we use at work.
And here it is.
And that's what we're using right now. And it
1.5.
Yeah, from 1990-something. But it still works.
Back when I was alive.
Back when you were alive.
Yeah.
You're a ghost. Very lifelike, I have to say.
Well, I'm just a projection.
Still, most convincing ghost I've ever seen.
All right, cool.
And I've seen a lot of ghosts. I watched that movie with Patrick Swayze.
Yeah. I saw that band in Fargo.
Nothing else. Anyway,
I win.
You win. You win.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about next week?
We're going to take a perfect 180 here, I think. If you want to know my journey into listening to heavy metal, there's certain things I'd like you to hear.
Okay.
One of those things is from back in 1984. I don't know if you'd even call this metal, but it's metal adjacent.
Okay.
Beloved First Sting by the Scorpions.
Interesting. Okay. I think the Scorpions are technically metal.
Yeah. Most would say, I think, hard rock, but I mean...
Yeah. It's the line was blurry.
Right.
Back then. The line was blurry. Sure. The Scorpions.
Yes.
The Squapians.
The Squapians.
Those are arachnids.
Yes, they are.
That's a callback to an off-mic bit.
You're welcome.
About isopods being crustaceans.
By the way, one of the songs on this album, I almost died while listening to it. It was great.
Well, you'll have to tell that story next week.
I will.
Until then, why don't you go ahead and subscribe to our podcast feed on whatever podcast service you're using to listen to us. Thank you very much for listening to another episode of the Bronze Metalist Podcast. I'm Kale.
I'm OJ.
Congratulations.